Hi, I'm glad to see you again today. Thought today we'd do something a little bit different. I have my old canvas up here as usual, but I've covered it today with a thin, even coat of liquid clear. And let me say it again, thin coat. You need very, very little of this. And this is nice when you want to use colors that are, say, transparent and you want to get sort of a different effect. So I tell you what, let's have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me. And while they're doing that, let's go on up here and get started. I'm going to start today with a small amount of Indian yellow. Just the least little amount on the 2-inch brush. Just tap a little color in there. Let's make a nice little, like a little sunset back here. Like so. And we'll just start and just drag a little color across like that. Like that. You know, since we introduced the clear, several series back, we've got so many letters. People are doing such fantastic paintings with it. And I've used it mainly for seascapes. And the letters are asking, can we do landscapes and stuff with it? Absolutely, absolutely. So today, I want to show you how you can do a fantastic little landscape using the clear. Right into crimson, alizarin crimson. Still using the same brush, have not washed it. Okay, I'm going to go right up above the yellow and just begin laying that in. Because there was still yellow on the brush, you're going to get a nice orangey color, beautiful little color. And then we're going to blend it down into the yellow. So these colors are very transparent, so you get some beautiful effects. I'm going to get just a touch more of the crimson on my brush here. Just blend it right on down. Like so. But you need very, very, very small amount of this liquid clear. Can't say that enough times. That's probably the biggest single mistake made, is putting too much of it on the canvas. One jar, oh my gosh, it'll last you for years. There we go. I'm just going to add a little bit of that same color down here into the water. Like that. Whatever we put in the sky, we'll add a little into the water too. Okay, just sort of blend that together. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit more crimson because now we've wiped most of the yellow out of the brush, so it'll look a little more into the reddish hue. I want it to be a little brighter right above that. So we have just layers of different colors. Very pleasing, nice little colors. See there? Now then. Right there, just a little touch more. And we'll just let it wander on up into the sky, wherever you want it. Now it takes very, very little color when you're using transparent colors on top of the clear. Very little color on your brush. Now then, add a little bit more down here too. It's a little brighter in the sky, should be a little brighter in the water. Now then, I'm going to go into phthalo blue. I have not washed the brush yet. Phthalo blue. I'll reach up here and grab a little of the crimson. Very little crimson, just enough to give it a slight lavender hue, but very blue yet, very blue. And just drop a little bit of that on. This phthalo blue is very transparent. There. Okay, we'll just bring it down to about like that. And let it stop. Same thing now. We'll put some into the water. Just got to have some in the water. And I'm not sure where we're going to have land down here yet, but it doesn't matter because you can put the land right over this color. And wherever you want it, that's where it'll be. Okay. There, I'm going to get another brush here. I have several of each brush. Now then, with a good dry brush, I'm going to blend this together. This is very dry. Be sure it's good and dry because the clear and paint thinner will react quite violently. So be sure your brush is as dry as you can get it. Might even wipe it across a paper towel before you do this. There we go. Okay. Now then, what's really neat after you have all these transparent colors on top of the clear is to begin adding little layers of opaque color, and titanium white, for example, is very opaque. So let me show you here. We'll take the old knife, pull the paint out very flat, and just cut across. Get us a little roll of paint, and let's put some little streaky clouds back here. All you have to do is just rub it across the canvas. Just rub. That's all there is to it. Wherever you want them. See there? That little roll of paint. That's all you need. And we got us some happy little clouds. Okay, very lightly, you can blend those. See how that opaque color though stands out against all the transparent colors, and you can take the large brush, and maybe in here you want to put the indication of a little cloud that's just sort of floating around. Just take the brush and very quickly drop it in. It's unreal what you can do with this. You can make some of the most beautiful and striking effects. Okay, now then, today let's build us a mountain. I'm going to start with black and Van Dyke brown and a little bit of Prussian blue in it. Black, Prussian blue, and Van Dyke brown. Should be very dark, mostly black. Okay, once again, we cut off that little roll of paint. Let's go right up here. Now then, let's have a big mountain that lives, there he goes, right about here. I let him drop down. See there? You just put him wherever you want him. Very dark, though. And the only thing you're worried about is this nice outside edge. You could care less what's happening inside here. And we just let him flow right on off here. Big son of a gun. Really push that right into the fabric. Right into the fabric. Scrape off all the excess paint. Just really get in there and scrape it. Okay. Now then, we'll take a large brush, grab this, and pull it. Because it's wet, because the clear is on here, it'll move. There we go. You just let it blend downward. This removes excess paint and also gives the illusion that there's mist at the base of this mountain. Just let it wander right on off. We don't know where it goes. Don't really care. Wherever you want it to go. See, just take the brush and tap. Okay, now then, let's put some highlights on there. I'm going to take some dark sienna. Clean off a little spot here. We'll take dark sienna, I'll take some bright red, and I'll reach up here and get some white and pull it through. Add a little yellow ochre, but add all these colors sort of in layers here. See, don't overmix it. Let all kind of things happen. Okay, now then, when you cut across there, all those different things will be right in that roll of paint, all these different colors. If you just cut straight across, they're still there. And you can come right up here, no pressure, and you can just lay them all on here like that. And all kinds of little different things are happening in there. All kinds of beautiful, beautiful colors. That easy. Okay, put some up here on this big son of a gun. Let it come down wherever you want it. There, see, just let all these things happen. People will think you work for months to get all these different colors. And it's all in the loading of the knife. All in the loading. It happens automatically. You don't even have to worry about it. I'm going to get the small knife. I want to go over on the other side before I do too much here. We'll put in some shadows. I'll take some Prussian blue, a little touch of white into it, and let's go right up here. Got a little bit of dark sienna in there too, and just pull it down. Prussian blue, dark sienna, and I'm not mixing these very much. I don't want them hardly mixed at all. And just pull down. Okay, Maybe we'll do it that way, right in here. Got a little bit more. See, that's simple. You can put in all kinds of beautiful, beautiful, striking little highlights. Maybe right here we'll have this one come right on down. We'll have a little projection here, and we'll just sort of let them meet right there. Just wherever you want them. Just sort of work your colors back and forth. Let them come together. Come together. Like so. But you can make some of the most fantastic little effects. And they just sort of happen. Just sort of happen. Now then, we'll bring this maybe right on around. Just make up your mountain the way you want it. There we go. Let's take a little bit of light color. Maybe the light's really zinging right through there. It plays all in that dark area. It's a super way, though, to make some of the most beautiful little mountain effects you've ever seen. There. Okay, that gives us a pretty nice little mountain. Let me find a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and I just want to tap the base of this mountain. I want to create the illusion of mist down here. So all you need to do is just tap it, following the angles, and then gently lift it upward. Gently, gently, gently. Always follow those angles, though. It's most important. See, and that'll create the illusion of mist at the base of that mountain. Now then, let's take, we'll use that same basic old mountain colors, black and blue, little brown in it. Very dark though, should look black. Okay, continue to pull it out flat, get our little roll of paint right out on the edge. And maybe here, let's do this. Let's get brave today. Maybe this big son of a gun just comes right on down. Put a little bump right there. Just sort of let it go. Very dark. I want this to almost be black. Very dark. And we'll play some games with contrast here. Now, if you had the liquid white on the canvas when you've done this, it would dilute your color. It would not be near as dark. And I want this to be very, very dark. It should look black. Okay, now I'm going to grab that and just pull it. There we go. That is very rich, very dark. Now then, I'm going to take Prussian blue and white, but mixed very, very dark. I want it very dark. Add a little black to that there. Very dark. Cut off a little bit of paint, and I just want to put the indication here, just here and there, that maybe a little light is striking this whole dark, dark mountain. But there's virtually nothing there. It is very dark. Just a little shadow here and there on it. I don't even know if that'll show up hardly. There we go. Okay. Now then, while we have that dark color on the brush, let's make us a little reflection underneath that. We're going to need a reflection, so all we have to do is just grab a little of that and pull it downward, straight down, just like so. There we go. Down, straight down, straight down, straight down. And very lightly, just come across. You can push that paint and make those reflections wiggle and move. Okay. Now maybe, let me find a fan brush. Maybe back here we'll take some yellows, and I'll get into some greens. Dark green here. Dark, dark green. Maybe there's some little land areas back in here. This is very dark green. Just push these in, like so. There. Just push them in. Now go back into the same yellow color and just add a little more to the brush, and it'll be lighter. A little yellow ochre, cad yellow, Indian yellow. Okay, let's go back. Now then, I want to come back in here and just put the indication of a few little highlights. These are distant little trees and bushes that are far away. Can't make out a lot of detail on these. There. Just enough to make them shine a little bit. Okay. Now we'll take a little brown and just put in the indication of a little bit of land. It's just Van Dyke brown. Right along in there. Take a little bit of the liquid white, pull it out very flat. And with that, we can come right in here and cut us in a water line. See how that stands out? Dark against light, contrast. All this wild contrast. There we go. Okay. Now then, take a fan brush. This is number 3 fan brush. Don't even know if these will show. I just want to put the indication here and there of a distant evergreen tree. Just a few right in there. When you do them at home, though, you'll be able to see them much better. Just some little evergreens back in there. Okay. Tell you what, let's really have some fun now. Take the old 2-inch brush. I'm going to go right into Van Dyke brown. Pick up some alizarin crimson, a little bit of dark sienna. Just whatever. Even a little sap green. Just throw it all in there together. Tap some color in there. All right. Let's have right in here. Let's have some beautiful, beautiful little bushes and trees. Just tap. Use the corner of the brush and tap quite firmly. Maybe these son of a guns just, there they go. Go right on off the top of the canvas here. Ooh, right over my mountain. And begin making some nice branches and limbs. I'm going to go right into a little touch of yellow ochre. And just begin mixing that right on the canvas and in the brush. I want it to get a little lighter toward the top. There. And this is the back of the tree. We paint the back of the tree. Then we'll come back and paint the middle of the tree, which is the trunk. And then we'll put the highlights on. Okay, go back into a little more of the brown. Have to start making some big decisions here. Where do you want your land to go? Maybe it goes right out here like that. Just wherever. Maybe out through there. Just decide where you want it and drop it in. Pull that straight down a little bit. Go across, give us the indication of a happy little reflection. And maybe over here on the other side, maybe there's some more over here. Same colors, brown, a little bit of alizarin crimson. There. Just whatever you got. Good dark color. Maybe there'll be a little reflection here too. Okay. Now then, let's come back in here, and we need a tree trunk or two. So I'm gonna go right into Van Dyke brown with a fan brush. Right in there, and back in here, we'll make some few little trunks. We don't know how many trunks are back here, and you maybe can only see parts of them here and there. Just wherever. Maybe there's one right here. Comes down. And you know me. I like these old big trees. There's one. Choom. Just throw him in. And he's got a friend here. This friend is really a big tree. He lives a little further into the foreground. Big son of a gun. That'll sort of give you an idea of where your trees live. Maybe, tell you what, maybe there's one or two on the other side over here. We can just sort of block them in while we have the old brush going. There's one. There it comes. Zoop, that easy. And we'll give him a friend. There. Just like so. Now then, go back to a 2-inch brush, and I'm just going to tap it into some of the greens and the yellows and Indian yellow, yellow ochre. Just tap it. Just tap it. Okay. Now then, let's begin putting all kinds of just little grassy things that are growing out here. Wherever you want them. Wherever there's one. Tell you what, let's have some nice rocks that live out here too. We need a nice stone that lives. There he is. Nice big old stone. And in your world, you decide where all these little rocks and stones live and just drop them in. Just put them in wherever you want them. Give them a little touch of highlight up here. That's pretty. Pretty. Like so. There's some right there. See how easy it is to make all these little rocks? Okay, maybe we want someone to... Yeah, we can't leave this side out. We'll put a big one right out here. It lives out here on the corner. He watches and sees what happens out here. There we go. Put some highlights on him. Some little brighty, shiny things. There they are. It's the same colors we used on the mountain. Just sort of mixed on the knife. Sort of let them happen. Okay, I think I'll take a 1-inch brush here. Let me get a 1-inch brush. Go into a little touch of the liquid white, right into some of my yellows and greens. Pull that brush in one direction. Load a lot of paint on it. Okay, let's use that and come up here and put some bright, sparkling little bushes. And use it sidewards. And just push these rascals in. Wherever you want them. Maybe there's some hid back in here. These are a little darker. Not as much light's going to hit them back in here. There they are. See them? Now just bring them down so they cover up the edges of your rock. Make them look finished. And all I'm doing is just pushing up with the side. And work in layers, completing the most distant layer and coming forward. Maybe there's another big stone that lives here. See? There he is. There he is. We put a little light on him. Shoop. Maybe there's even a little blue on the side here to make a shadow. That easy. Okay, then we can put some little grassy things down here at his foots. Let's go over on the other side and do that over here too. That's a nice one. Just wherever you think they should live. You get carried away and cover up all your little rocks and stones, so be careful. And then we'll go back into our liquid white. Put us in a little water line in here. Just like so. See, it cleans up all the edges and brings it all together. Now, if you don't have the clear, you could certainly do this with liquid white. It'll look a little bit different because your color won't be as transparent. But it will certainly work. Just scratch in a few little sticks and twigs here and there. Now then, tell you what. Let's take these big old trees here. Just put the indication of some bark out here. Touch it, sort of pull it round. Give it a little round pull. Just like so. That's those same old mountain colors. I'm still using them here. Here. There. Maybe a little bright color right in here where the light's striking. And let's go over to the other side. Don't want these little trees left out. We'll put a little color on them too. Now they'll stand out against those dark colors in the background. It's fantastic. I thought you'd like this. And it shows you that what you can do using the clear. Okay, take a little thinner, or you could use the liquid clear. We put some clear on the brush in, but you want to thin this paint down. And here and there, let's just put a little stick or a twig or whatever. There we go. Now then, let's put some limbs out here. For that, I'll use liquid black today. So take the black, I'll just put a little on the palette. And let's come right in here and begin drawing in a few little branches. Now this black is thin, it'll flow. It's liquid black. See there? And just however many you want on your tree. Hope you can see that. I hope my hand's not in the way. They don't show much over that dark, but we know they're there. You could add a little touch of light to them, get them to pop right out. Okay, back over here in our big old tree. Big limb, it comes out through here like that. Wherever you want them. Wherever. There comes another one. Back in here. Just a few. Indicate a few. Now then. Okay, let's take, I'm going to dip my brush into a small amount of the clear, and I'm going to go right into yellow ochre. Tap a little bit of the bright red. Just tap it. Okay, now I want to put the indication of some little leaves out here that come all in front of the tree. Just like so. See there? And you can just make thousands of little leaves just with a corner of the big 2-inch brush. And you put them wherever you want them. That's super. Really hope you've enjoyed this one. I think we'll call it finished. See what you can do with a liquid clear. And from all of us here, happy painting and God bless.